Hey everybody. So I want to check out these videos. I think with the issue of the housing with regard to Section 8, I'm gonna say it again. It's not just Section 8 people that are suffering. Regular working class people that don't have a voucher ain't never had a voucher. They're suffering too because rent is going up across the board. Okay? So this here, as I said in the video I just did, is Section 8 trap. I really thought Section 8, once you got it, boom, you're good to go. You are good to go. You got your little security if you choose to go that route. Okay. I didn't know that theirs could also go up. So that was news to me. Did some more research and I'm like, okay. You ever heard the saying that nothing is new under the sun? Well, that is so very true because this has happened before. Yeah. This first video here, wow, this video that I'm going to show you, this occurred in 2009. 2009. And here we are, 2022, the same thing is happening. So this is nothing new. I thought it was something new with the section. I was like, oh my gosh, no, it's nothing new. So I think it's one of those things that happens you look up, things are fine and life changes. So this lady, we're going to go up talk about her story and do a brief commentary. And then this lady, what are the odds? They both have something in common besides being single mothers and on Section 8. Okay? I'll let y'all figure that out. Let's go ahead and get to the first story here. Section 8, the rent's going up. I don't know what the outcomes are, but again, this happened here. Her story's in 2009. This young lady here in the turquoise outfit, hers occurred in 2016. Let's check it out, folks. Fair use.
Now, and Mark, this is bad news for renters, obviously, but also for landlords who are trying to keep quality tenants.
Yeah, it is. But city leaders are trying to step in to avoid this. City Alder Michael Schumacher tells me there is some support to divert money into the Section 8 program to help families make ends meet through the end of this year. Some families, however, don't know if they can wait for a decision to be made.
I'm not sleeping. I'm having difficulty eating.
Madison renter Carmen Ivanko honestly admits she has no idea what she will do. In 9 days, her Section 8 assistance will be cut in half, forcing the mother of 7 on a fixed income to come up with another $350 a month for her rent.
I can't pay my other bills. Pretty much I'll only be able to pay for rent and general family expenses. Maybe gas. I haven't figured that out yet.
A letter she got 2 weeks ago explains how federal dollars to Madison's Section 8 program are being cut.
If it is impossible for you to pay your new rent amount, we encourage you to discuss this with your landlord.
So then, what would your landlord say?
Well, if your landlord doesn't agree, you better give your notice to leave.
We're losing about $576,000 from between August and the end of this year.
Alderman Michael Schumacher hopes an ordinance will fill that $500,000 gap with funds from the city's Affordable Housing Trust Fund. It would be a temporary move through December to buy time for renters and landlords to make plans.
I absolutely do not know what I'm going to do. I don't know where I'm going to go. I don't know where school starts in 5 weeks. Where are my kids going to go to school?
Ivanko hopes she and her family will be okay. She worries, though, about others.
I don't want to see people homeless. The homeless shelters are already full. I think that's a terrible situation for children. What are people going to do?
Here's another problem. Federal funding ends August 1st, 9 days, but this ordinance likely won't be passed, if at all, until September. City leaders say that's why Section 8 renters need to meet with their landlords in the next week to either negotiate lower monthly.
So do you think a landlord's going to say, oh, you got 7 kids. Let me go ahead and lower your rent. Let me go ahead and take from my family to give to yours. It's business, and business doesn't operate on charity. You can hold hands and do kumbaya. We're going to walk together at the end of the day. No offense intended for some people who are like, oh, it should be about love. Someone thinks I'm too much about money. I'm about common sense and survival. Because I tell you one thing. Go ahead and just spend your time on kumbaya. We're just in love, can't make it. You go ahead and kumbaya yourself up under that bridge with you and your family. I saw comments like, it should be about love. Girl, take love to the bank and pay your mortgage with it. Take love and go pay your rent with it. Take love and pay your car loan and car insurance. Take love to the food store and go tell them, oh, I'm going to check out with love. We got to be realistic here. A lot of people are in love, and when that sheriff's office, you got 15 minutes. Let's see what love going to get you. So life is business. It is. Now, her place looks fine, looks nice. She hasn't torn it up, and especially for 7 kids. I mean, that's a lot. 7 children. Oh, Lord. So I want to find out where the men at. And these 2 might be biracial. Where Dusty Dan? Huh? Where the hell is Dusty Dan at? Where the child support check at? Again, you can't carry the seed of poverty. I know things happen. Life happens. It's 2022. Sometimes we have to learn the mistakes of others. And when you carry the seed, not second lady there, intelligent, she may have been divorced, but still 7 kids. Where's that man with the money? He might have ran. Dusty Dan might have ran his old tacky behind off. Dust comes in all flavors. Don't forget, Dusty Dan, little hood man. One thing they have in common, they're both dusty. So yeah, 7 kids. Who wants to have any child homeless? Again, this was in 2009. So I'm surprised. I'm just not hearing about the Section 8 thing this year, okay? It's not like I work for the program and I keep up with it. So I thought, wow, even Section 8 is getting hit. Well, guess what? It ain't the first time. This was 2009. Now let's go ahead and get to the lady. The lady in the turquoise here. Let's check it out, folks. Fair use.
People lined up in locations across the country for a chance to live in Section 8 housing. This is a lottery process, and it's also the first openings for this program in about 15 years. Casey Geraldo today went to Gordon Park. We heard about large groups of people gathering in the park, didn't know why they were there, but they were braving the heat and the sun, asking for help.
That's right. At that location, there were lots of people. At another, people were around the block. They waited for hours just to have the chance at being one of the 2,000 people who will be picked to even apply for Section 8. On this hot day, through long lines, people have just one thing in mind.
People not thinking about the sun and the heat right now. Pray to God that I'll be one of the 2,000 people to get it.
Section 8 housing, or at least the chance to apply for the first time in 15 years.
You can't win a lottery if you don't enter the raffle.
Khadijah Sewell Brooks has been waiting those 15 years for the chance.
Good will come to you if you wait patiently.
She's one of all these people and many more planning to enter the raffle to be one of 2,000 to even apply for help paying for housing.
I won't be any less off than I was in the last 15 years. But if I get it, then I'll be better off in the next 15 years.
Jamie Ewing has 7 kids she wants to teach about equity by renting to own.
Teach your children about finances. Some of us need help with some of these steps.
She says they don't need to know she's hoping for this help.
I don't teach my kids that I'm standing in line for Section 8. My kids know that I go to work every day, and I pay the rent, and I pay the light bill, and I pay the water bill, and I buy their food.
A task people waiting say will be much easier with help, making their incomes go a bit further for the things they need.
She's still in pull-ups, so a lot of diapers.
So, she's got 7 children, and then the other lady has a baby. She's still in pull-ups, a lot of diapers. Where's the man at? Where is he? This lady has 7 kids. I can't imagine. You would have to have what? At minimum, a 5-bedroom house. A 4-bedroom house is really not going to really do it, because she's going to have her room. Then 2 to a room. Someone's going to be on the sofa. So she will need, for adequate spacing, at least a 5-bedroom house. 7 kids. And if you notice, she said she pays for the food. She pays for everything. That's what happens when you customarily carry the seed of poverty D. Who's going to face the responsibility? And this was in 2016. So how the heck, more than likely these children could be of different ages, different schools. Girl, you better have a minivan. You got to be driving Toyota, anything with 3-row seating. You got to. With that many kids, you might need 2 vehicles. One to drive for them and one for yourself to keep your sanity. To say, hey, I'm going to run some errands, get a babysitter, and just, vroom, get away for a little bit. Yeah, you might 2 would be ideal. But she has got to be rocking a minivan, a Suburban, or something, and that's a gas guzzler. 2016. 7 children. Where's the dad? Or with 7, where are the fathers? And now she has responsibility. I heard a woman say she had kids, dust bucket style, and she just wanted a family. She didn't want to be alone. Life is hard enough. 7 kids. I don't know. Is $1,000, $2,000 a month for food? Imagine clothing, school supplies. Imagine an electricity bill. How many computers do you have to have in your house? You can't have 7 kids in one computer. Are you kidding me? You're going to have a computer over here, over there. You're going to have laptops, tablets. Someone's going to have to share or do the switcheroo. But to her, it's like a lottery ticket. And I can imagine. Again, let's check it out. Just this part here.
Has been waiting those 15 years for the chance.
Good will come to you if you wait patiently.
She's one of all these people and many more planning to enter the raffle to be one of 2,000 to even apply for help paying for housing.
I won't be any less off than I was in the last 15 years. But if I get it, then I'll be better off in the next 15 years.
Jamie Ewing has 7 kids she wants to teach about equity by renting to own.
Teach your children about finances. Some of us need help with some of these steps.
She says they don't need to know she's hoping for this help.
I don't teach my kids that I'm standing in line for Section 8. My kids know that I go to work every day, and I pay the rent, and I pay the light bill, and I pay the water bill.
So 7 kids on 1 income. I can't imagine how she's making it. And so now I understand when she was saying lottery, it's not like a typical lottery. Obviously, they're calling this a Section 8 lottery, which means you've lucked out. And that right there, calling it a lottery, maybe that's why people get on. They're like, oh my gosh, it was so hard to get on. I'm not getting off. I'm staying on here. Maybe that's why. At the same time, I have to agree with old girl. No, in the previous video, no free lunch. No free lunch. If a person needs Section 8 to raise the children, listen, people can't make money just up here. So not just Section 8, people that are working class, poor, middle class, sitting up here, all the rents increasing. It's something better. It's something more at play. Then higher gas. Life is difficult enough. Look at this. Imagine you are standing out here in the hot heat. All these people in the hot heat for a chance to get the Section 8. Now, it could get worse. And you got men and women. Imagine. And these are just individuals. Some of them, she's got 7 kids. They're not even there with their families. How the hell are we going to accommodate a lot of homeless people with families? These are the adults. Some of them might be sitting up there. She got 7. Somebody might have 3 or 4. I don't know what the average is. So imagine. Go where? The shelter's been full 4 years ago. Food pantry been running dry. And this was 2016. So maybe this is why some people are seeing it as a lottery. But that's why I say beware, poverty D, because this is where it's going to land you. This lady here with this cute little baby, where's the daddy? Her teeth, maybe a few are missing. I kind of wonder, maybe, have mercy, she might be a survivor of domestic abuse. And have to get away from the father. Hence, got to be on Section 8. It's 2022. 2022. Carry the seed of poverty D. This is where it's going to land you more than likely. Your money going to be stretched so thin. Young ladies, listen up. Listen up, buttercup. In a hot sun for hours, and I don't see any refreshments out there, any tables for like drinks. You got to bring your own. And then what if you waited for hours and still don't get it? It's a good example. Beware the seed of poverty D. But this young lady here, these two ladies, and they both have 7 children. I cannot imagine. Life is tough enough, but having to maneuver all of this all on your own. Again, what the hell are men at? Hate to tell you, ladies. Honey, it can't get that lonely. Sometimes it's best to be alone than to wish you were. Some of these men are not worth having. And if you don't love yourself, you have low self-esteem, you decide that, hey, I'm going to carry the seed of poverty D. You can't tell me nothing, go right ahead. But when you start hollering, do us all a favor. Like I said in the video, don't be looking at other people to come and handle your issues. Like old girl, one black woman, she works, does well. She's a baby mama, has 1 child. She got a black man baby daddy. He's off his kid. He pays on the regular. She can pick up the phone and say, hey, can you come and get, baby girl? I'm going to kind of get away for the weekend. Do you mind? That black man is there. She got one. And from what I understand, this is their only child. So for both of them, this little girl is it. Here you come. You got, 3? You want to ask that baby mama, well, girl, I see you get your nails done. And your man, he paying child support. And mine ain't. And I think she's got 2 baby dads. But anyway, the one with the 3. You want her to take from herself. You want her to take money from her kid and give to you. That's money from her child's father, her baby daddy. You want this man to pay for yours? Where are the men at? Are the 3 kids? Where are they? But you want to get mad at her. Because that baby mama, she only got 1 kid. And she work. And her baby daddy work. And he paying on the regular. She don't have to worry about all that. And she getting her hair and her nails done. My kids need this. My kids need that. Girl, you did this. You had 3 children by no-count men. Low-performing dust buckets. Accountability. So that's why I say avoid the seed of poverty D with 7 children. I can't imagine. Christmas, Thanksgiving. Heaven forbid they have sports. This one wants to be a ballerina. This one wants to do basketball. I want to be a cheerleader. Oh my gosh. Where will the money come from? So for those who always should be about love and it's always about money, well, go ahead and take that love and let the landlord know you got a hell of a lot of love. Honey, I do too. A hell of a lot of love, and you're going to go ahead and pay your mortgage with love. They're going to tell you and your love to go ahead and hit the bricks. So yeah, the seed of poverty D. You're going to always, honey, be left holding the bag. Always left holding the bag. So some of these women, and I said before, I'll say it again, for some of these women, and some people have different circumstances. I understand domestic violence, some men that have worked in a while, I totally get it. But for some of these women, you're a lifer girl, this didn't have to be. For some, it didn't have to be, and I stand by that. Again, the one that said Section 8 is a trap, she had kids, she was on it. Wow, she learned a profession. And had to go tell them to take her off. She has drive. She'll know how to maneuver in life. So beware the seed of poverty D. It can get you beat down. So when you're dealing with people like that, this is where it's going to land you. And sometimes you're so scared because it was so hard to get on that voucher program. That's why I think they're trying to hold on for dear life. It was so hard to get on. I had no idea. I mean, I've heard about it, but this right here, so hard to get on. So thanks for listening. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share your story. You can agree to disagree. Thumbs it up, thumb it down. Okay? But life is tough. Life is tough. It's 2022, ladies. It has to, ladies and gentlemen, it has to be about you. It has to be. So, to make it a little less stressful and a little less hard, please, I beg of you, men and women, avoid the dust. Stay dust free. I'm out.